froze again. It's frozen. I want the new iPhone. My mum don't want to buy me the new iPhone. My dad's such an arsehole, he don't want to buy me the new iPhone.
What are you doing? What's wrong with you?
I want a new iPhone. I want the iPhone 7. It's waterproof up to 1 metre. I want to show my friends that they're all wrong for getting the Galaxy S7.
Items do not make you happy.
What?
You can't look for happiness in the next item, Dan. You know this.
Yeah,
You need to
but you need a BMW. Do you drive a BMW? Do you have the iPhone 7?
Yeah.
Do you live in a mansion? Oh, you don't? Well, that's why you're miserable then. And that's why I'm happy.
You've just seen Dan at the age of 14 with his 14-year-old beliefs and characteristics. Since then, Dan has rewired his mind to think and believe in different ways.
And this guy here has done the same. His name's Billy. As you had a little taster of earlier, that's how I used to be. And that's how I'm pretty sure many of you might currently be or used to be at some point in your life. So we're going to go through how we used to be and how we are now, and you're going to see the significant differences that we've made in our life.
So how did we used to be? We used to care what other people thought of us and needed to be liked by others.
Yep. And we thought happiness was in the next materialistic object.
What about your shirt, Dan? Tell them about your shirt. Dan's got a little story for you, once again.
Yeah. So when I was 16, I'm not 14 no more, I'm 16. The legal age in the UK. So I then needed to buy expensive clothing because no, females don't really care about phones. It's expensive clothing that females care about. At least I thought anyway. So I went out, saved up all my birthday money, went to the Hugo Boss store. And I bought myself a nice snazzy shirt. And I thought everyone's gonna think I am the nuts. Did they? No. They didn't really care, to be honest. Which is why 2 days after spending well over £100, I never wore that shirt again. So learn from my lesson, please. And don't go and buy that Hugo Boss shirt to impress females.
We also needed people to be a certain way and act a certain way, dress a certain way, all of these things to make us happy. So their opinions, attitudes, etc. were pretty much wrong unless it lined up with our own opinions.
Yeah, because our opinions are facts and their opinions are just opinions.
Yeah.
So the reason we needed people to change in order to fit our exact idea of how they should be, that stemmed from our own insecurities.
We were threatened by others
Yeah.
and jealous.
Yeah. So expanding on people needing to change in order to fit our exact idea of how they should be, this stemmed from our insecurities. We was basically insecure with either our body, insecure because towards this puberty age, you do start gaining interest in females, and because you haven't got them all flooding around you, you start getting jealous of other boys that are getting attention. You feel like at the age of 13 you should have a Ferrari because of everything you've been looking at on social media. So you feel insecure within yourself, and that is a very downhill spiral that you're going to struggle to break out of.
Yeah.
If you start getting jealous and you carry on getting jealous and feeding your insecurities, then you're just going to get broken down and be one miserable sack of person.
But we're awake now.
Yep.
We're awake.
And we're going to now tell you how we are awake and how we are different from then.
They can't see the white.
No, they can't. So now we accept that everyone is unique in their own way. So as opposed to being how we was in the past and expecting everyone to be exactly how we want them to be, we now know and trust in the uniqueness of everyone, seeing that there's actually mass benefits in that, because if everyone is the same, then you don't get the contrast around you. You don't get people wearing their own unique fashion sense. You don't have people speaking their own unique mind. And it'd be very boring. If if there's 7 billion Dannys running about, or 7 billion Billys running about, the world would be one boring place. Not saying we're boring, because we're not. Very entertaining people. But The reality is, it would be boring because contrast is what makes the world unique, and contrast is what makes the world fun.
So before, when we used to try to impress other people, we used to think that our physical appearance was all it was. Whereas the reality is, we've now learned that we're so much more than our physical appearance. So with this attitude, we're so much more laid back about our physical appearance and realise that it's just some
Just a bit of
atoms
flesh, some atoms.
to have some fun with and express ourselves in this physical form.
Yeah, which is why a physical appearance is actually a very good thing, because you can design yourself and express yourself through things like tattoos, your hair, your clothing. But the trick is to not get associated with it too much.
Yeah.
So that the point is, when you are expressing yourself through all these different techniques, if someone decides that they don't agree with how you express yourself, don't get upset. Because all you're doing then is associating yourself as just being this physical thing, when the reality is you have a soul inside you, which is much more important.
Back to the materialistic version of Danny, the 16-year-old and the 14-year-old who needed the newest phone and the latest shirt.
It wasn't just no shirt, it was a Hugo Boss shirt.
Right, there's nothing wrong with liking materialistic things and wanting the latest things, but it's to what degree you associate and identify yourself with this item. So, with your phone.
Yeah. Well, I had the new phone, but a year later, something happened. Something detrimental to me. A new phone came out.
Apple released a new phone.
And once they released that new phone, there was a transition period where I didn't have the latest, baddest new phone.
So in his mind, he's not good enough.
No,
Because he identified himself with having the latest phone.
I'm old school.
So now he's old school. Nobody wants to be old school.
You need to be on trend.
He needs to be on trend.
We've all heard the saying, money can't buy you happiness. And we take this saying for granted, really, because the truth is, it can't. That's why if you look at these top celebrities with millions and millions, they have the Ferraris, they have the mansions, they have jewellery beyond, well, it's not beyond this world because it's from it, but you get the point. But the truth is, a lot of them aren't happy. And that's because they're looking for happiness in these external materialistic items, when the reality is, happiness is within yourself.
What happened with us is we decided that we was going to choose happiness over all the different things that life throws at you. You can surrender to things and just be miserable, or you can just choose that you're going to put yourself first, and people that come along with you and help you in your life will naturally follow your path.
And those that don't want to help you on your path or stay with you as you do it, if they want to point the finger and say you're weird and try and embarrass you to people, then cut them from your life.
Yeah.
You don't need them. There's 7 billion people on the planet. You're going to meet amazing people on your journey. Cut them bad, negative, toxic people loose.
So it's about being open-minded. This is the change. We were definitely not open-minded.
No.
You have to be open-minded, accept that everyone is different and wants different things from life. Be kind to people and you will receive kindness back, and just look for the best in all the situations. Be positive, look on, the positives of life.
Yeah, there's a saying, when it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. If you just apply that in a more extended version throughout your life constantly, you have a big old smile on your face all the time.
How can you be happy?
You can't,
And
because
if
you
you
need the
associate
iPhone
yourself-
7 to be happy.
If you have an Audi A5, for example, and you turn into the Audi A5 because that's all you are now, you're an Audi.
Yeah, so when anyone says about a BMW being the nicest car, you're like, I'm an Audi. Audi's the best.